start. Prior to the establishment of debt recovery tribunals as on 30th September 1990, more than 15 lakh cases filed by public sector banks and about 304 cases filed by financial institutions were pending before various courts. The amounts involved were to the extent of rupees 5,622 crores in dues of public sector banks and rupees 391 crores of financial institutions. Following the reports of the Narasimhan Committee and the Tiwari Committee, Parliament enacted the Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act 1993 for providing for the establishment of tribunals and appellate tribunals for expeditious adjudication and recovery of dues due to banks and financial institutions. At present, 34 debt recovery tribunals and 5 appellate tribunals are functioning in the country. In financial year 2015-16, these tribunals disposed of about 16,000 original applications involving a total amount of rupees 34,000 crores. In their inception until 31st October 2015, the tribunals had disposed of 1,34,433 original applications, leading to the recovery of an amount of rupees 70,725 crores. The tribunals are also vested with the jurisdiction to entertain securitization applications under the Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. This court has been apprised in the submissions filed by the Union government that more than 70,000 cases involving an amount of rupees 5 lakh crores approximately are pending before the debt recovery tribunals, of which many are pending for more than 10 years. Though the Act of 1993 provides for the disposal of recovery applications within 180 days, cases have remained pending for years together. In order to deal with the large pendency of cases, the Enforcement of Security Interest and Recovery of Debt Laws and Miscellaneous Provisions Amendment Bill 2016 was introduced in the Lok Sabha on 11 May 2016. The bill was referred to a joint committee of both houses of parliament. The committee presented its report to the Lok Sabha on 22nd July 2016. Eventually, a law has been enacted by both the houses of parliament and published in the e-Gazette on 16 August 2016. Legislative changes to provide for expeditious disposal of proceedings before the debt recovery tribunals may not by themselves achieve the intended object so long as the infrastructure provided to the tribunals is not commensurate with the burden of the work and nature of judicial duties. Recently, the chairperson of the Debts Recovery Appellate Tribunal at Allahabad addressed a letter on 9 December 2016 to the Chief Justice of India recording that he was constrained to tender his resignation from the post of chairperson, since in the absence of infrastructure and facilities, the functioning of the adjudicating body over which he presided had become impossible. This is symptomatic of a trend whereby the debt recovery tribunals and appellate tribunals suffer from a lack of adequate infrastructure, manpower, and resources. Having due regard to the important adjudicatory function which is entrusted to these tribunals, the efficacy of parliamentary legislation will depend in a large measure on the efficiency with which the tribunals discharge their duties. Stop.